Yo, yo, what's up, guys? We are live. Good to see you. It's going to be exciting because tonight is a whole bunch of different subjects together. Obviously, the main ones we want to focus on is Satan's short season and Del Todd's upward rising earth. But anyway, we are joined by Roger Ledwell. How's it going, sir?
Fine, sir. Fine. Yourself?
Good, good. I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, because I was trying to think, what am I going to stream about tonight? And I was praying to God, like, what to do. And the whole time, because I wanted to talk about Satan's short season again, because we haven't done it in a while. And anyway, what kept on popping up everywhere is Dell's upward rising nonsense, earth thing. So
Yeah, I saw it in the thumbnail.
So there you see,
Dell.
yeah, you see Dell and JT follow JC in there, both as clowns. I'm the ringmaster, as you saw. So yeah, everybody is more than happy to come and have a discussion. You're more than welcome. Appreciate you all. The vote so far, it doesn't really matter because it's all, to me, they're all a joke. Satan short season is 20%. Upward rising earth 30%. Charlie Kirk hologram 10%. And TFE 45%. Well, what did you vote for?
Well, we'll see. I think I voted for Upward Rising Earth, I think.
But yeah, it's
But between TFE and Upward Rising Earth, that would be
yeah. I just want to say hi to everyone in the YouTube land. You guys rock. Michael Khan, what's up? Roger Ledwell, good to see you. Vicky, excuse me. Good to see you. PJ as well. Yeah, PJ will be in 5 minutes, as he said. And I'm going to give a huge shout out to Roger Ledwell. Whoever this guy is, I have no idea who he is. He keeps bringing gifted memberships every time we stream. It's like, I don't know. Where does this guy come from?
No, I'm spending my coffee money.
But thank you for the membership. Really appreciate it. It's a very big blessing. I mean, every membership you send is actually helps quite a lot, man. So thank you very, very much. Appreciate you. Layla Schmidt, which I don't even think is an actual account. I think it's Greg Pixlapper Oink's fake account, to be honest. And Flat Earth Reconnaissance. What's up, Sam? Good to see you. Glad you could make it. So yeah, guys, we can talk about anything really tonight. There's not really anything. I got a stream that we can look through if you want to from William Levelheaded, one of Dell's closest and greatest disciples. I'm going to call him a disciple because he's literally like, taken onto Dell's Upward Rising Earth with a lot of passion. You know what I mean? Hey, double. Sorry?
Yeah. He didn't have much else to do before he grabbed a hold of the Upward Rising Earth thing, obviously.
Yeah, that's become a huge thing now. But clearly showing he doesn't understand physics, because he learns his physics from the Deltard himself, who says there's no such thing as a pull force. It's quite insane.
I guess, you're kind of pushing, but you're pulling at the same time.
It's still a pull. Pull and push are two different things. In physics, you have two great distinctions by the two. But, yeah, it's quite insane. Anyway, Debatable D, what is the Charlie Kirk hologram? The reason I put that up is because thanks to, what's that flat earther dude?
The fittest flat earther?
No. What's that guy? People keep on putting... I keep forgetting their name. He's got a very deep voice.
Terry Eicher?
Terry Eicher, that's it. He started pushing this nonsense of Charlie Kirk was just a hologram. And it looks like a lot of people have somehow taken onto this nonsense. Guys, I just want to break it to you. Everything Terry Eicher said about that hologram was total BS. I commented on his first video about it. Obviously, I didn't get any response. And then he made another video, obviously, blah, blah, blah. It's good to see RV is at least calling him out on that. So even though I got my doubts about RV, definitely happy he's talking about it as well. Charlie was not a hologram. It was impossible. There's just too many things wrong about claiming Charlie Kirk was a hologram. Okay, just to let you guys know.
Well, you have heard of red herrings, and people follow them all the time, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's up, Tara? Good to see you, man. But yeah, it's the topic for tonight is actually the truther community is a joke. The reason I'm saying that is because a lot of people in the truther community seem to have become very gullible and just follow anything that they see based on their favorite influencer, instead of just, going and looking for themselves. They just take it. And I do find a lot of people hypocrites because, for instance, let's say Dell's Upward Rising Earth. Okay. When it came out, how many people all of a sudden just started believing him just because Dell said, "Look, guys, water bottle fall." Okay?
Yeah. Make a video and voila, everybody's following you.
Yeah. And I mean, Dell was shown to literally just have everything he said wrong. Okay? Yet, how much people started following that nonsense? Just because Dell said it.
Yeah. Well, Tara's saying the biggest theory out there is the hologram theory now.
That's what I'm saying. Now, how many people are falling for the hologram theory now?
And how about the trap door underneath the...
Exactly. There's just so much wrong. But the point I'm making now is the truther community has been infiltrated by so much fakeness and hypocrisy that there's just no truth in the community anymore, unfortunately. Because the thing is, people are hypocrites. And the reason I say that is the truther community is supposed to hold the Globers to a standard of, well, you guys just have faith in your globe. You don't have any evidence for it, but you just believe it. And that's exactly the same what's happening in the truther community with all these 4 subjects. Okay? If you believe in Satan's short season, there's no evidence for Satan's short season. Yet you believe it. But you have an issue with a Glober having a belief in the globe without evidence. It's exactly the same. Same with the hologram theory. Okay? There's no evidence whatsoever for the hologram theory, yet people want to push it and believe it, and they're the same people that have an issue with the globe, for instance, having belief system in it without evidence for it. Same with Upward Rising Earth. Same with the TFE nonsense where people are trying to push, no, it was a real sun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Nathan's taking the same stance when all these topics. He's just sticking to what he does, and everybody that comes in talking this stuff, he'll shut them down. He doesn't want anything to do with the rest of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea. It keeps the waters clear so you can see what we're presenting as it goes, instead of like, oh, it could be this, that, and the other without any evidence of it. And then he did the same with the globe too. It's like, is there any evidence for this, that, and the other? And they're like, they can't provide any of it. So there's no validation in any of their pseudo claims to start with.
Exactly.
Either side.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just trying to point out the hypocrisy though, because they can't keep to their own standards that they hold the Globers to. You understand?
Yeah.
And
Double
I'm not
standard.
just don't take it that I'm defending Globe. I say Globe's nonsense, bullshit. And yes, they have no evidence for the globe. It's all just faith-based. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy based in the so-called truth community who can't keep to the same standards.
So you ever been in a house of obscura or a fun house or anything? Everybody gets distracted real easy.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this amazing 3-headed dog over here. We got the skeleton,
Mm-hmm.
And over here we have a half dragon, half man. It's real.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you want to talk about the hologram theory so long, we can. Okay, how do we know that Charlie Kirk wasn't a hologram? Well, first of all, hologram technology requires a membrane. Okay? The way that membrane had to be placed in there, people couldn't walk through it. It would be a physical barrier. Secondly, the lighting has to be accurate. The lighting was totally wrong because they were outside under a gazebo with full sunlight. That wouldn't work either. Thirdly, there were too many people in the way of the so-called holographic beam. Okay? And also, how do you pick up a hologram once he's shot?
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
I don't think holograms are tangible.
Exactly. Also, I want to point out, Terry Iker, that was not a holographic projector. It was a camera.
Oh, it was disguised as a camera. It was really a hologram. Yeah, never mind.
It's total
You
nonsense.
get where I'm going, right?
Yeah. What I mean a membrane, Smokey, in other words, a physical barrier. How the holographic technology works based on what we have in advancements, you need some physical, tangible membrane to give that holographic illusion. So in other words, just like they were having where those holograms that they use on the stages for like the singers that have holograms on stages, it's usually a perspex or glass membrane that stays at a 45-degree angle usually, okay? And the projector projects onto that, and that's how you see it from your plane. So it's an illusion effect based on forced perspective to make it look like the person is a hologram or actually there, but it is literally just projected onto that membrane. And because that membrane is a certain angle towards the audience, they can see this. Now, based on all the video evidence we have from different angles, all the people around, all the light, and people walking through this where the membrane should be, shows the hologram nonsense bullshit theory to be the biggest joke of all. And the fact that Terry Iker's pushing it after he's shown wrong tells me he's fake. I don't know about you guys, but that tells me he's fake. Because if he was really for truth, he would say, okay guys, yeah, it was a theory I put up. There's just too much issues with it. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, instead he says, guys, I don't care about views, but my last video had 24,000 views, but I had to take it down. So let me put exactly the same bullshit I put in the first video. Like, what? You know what I mean? Total nonsense.
Yeah, I get it. He's pushing an idea hard, and it makes him look bad. It really does. I mean, I think he's better to YouTube. Most people are. Think about it. Like, they've treated us bad, haven't they? Giving us strikes for small little things that don't really matter. But I don't agree necessarily it's a hologram myself personally. But
Yeah,
I think that may be more motivation.
Definitely. Yeah. Smoky Baked Bacon, he says, but surely devil's advocate here. I could say technology has been hidden from the... Yes, definitely. There's a lot of technology hidden from the public. But that doesn't mean that holograms can be used without having a physical surface to reflect off of. That's what holograms are. It's a reflection. A hologram is a reflection. Okay? They would literally have to make some kind of tangible surface that is somehow untangible to walk through. You can use smoke or even water mist to make a hologram if you want to. You can use a spinning blade that's spinning at fast enough revolutions to be able to cause illusion of a hologram. So... yeah, there's a lot wrong with looking into Terry Iker's nonsense bullshit theory on this. Sorry. And I mean, I know this because long before I became a flat earther, I actually tried to build my own hologram because I was very interested in holographic technology. I was still in school, by the way, when I was looking into holographic technology. So that's why as soon as he brought this up, I looked like, what? No.
Now, Terry Iker's got a great video called Chasing the Sun out there, but he didn't do the work to make the video. But other than that, I like Terry Iker's work. Besides, I don't think he should touch the conspiracies. He should stay off of it, man. He should stick to flat Earth.
But yeah. The problem is, I think people at the moment in the truther community are looking for clout. They're just looking for clicks instead of truth. And that's the sad thing about it, because I don't know if you've really seen this, but that's been they've been looking wave after wave after wave for where they can find clicks. You know what I mean? So even if it's not the truth, they're going to look for where they can get the most views, where they can get the most clicks, even if it's not truth. And to me, that's not what the truther community is supposed to be about.
Well, there's still a lot of Zatetics in the society and flat Earth Society members that are still in our community that push a lot of the stuff. And I think it's on purpose to make us look foolish to a point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not pointing fingers, but I don't know who they are or what they are, but I get a feeling when I start watching the videos who's who.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's a reason why my subscribers have gone down so much, and there's a reason why my view ratings have gone so much down so much. You know what I mean? At some stage, I had 500 people live. You know what I mean? Now I maybe, if I'm lucky, get 70, 80. It's because people don't like the truth, and especially if I do Christian stuff, I lose subscribers for doing Christian things. Because people don't want, people don't want to hear the truth. But I got news for you guys. I don't actually care what your opinion about me is. It's the only person I care about's opinion is God. And like I said, it's his channel, so whatever happens to the channel happens to the channel.
Well, you're still going, dude.
Yeah, we're still going up. Yeah. It just shows you people don't want to hear the truth today. And I just want to point out, I still got to watch. Andrew Johnson sent me an email about that 12.4 mile observation or something in the valley. I still got to look through it, but apparently he got the actual location where the guy did it, and the valley seems to go down and then up again to make it. So that would be removal of Earth curve, apparently. So I'll still have to look at that, but if it's that, I would be more than happy to say, yeah, it's not proof for a flat Earth then.
Yeah, I get the same on both sides. Like the surveyors, they'll go down a slope ravine and say, "Oh, look, it's diverging zenith angles." It has nothing. They're not on a level surface when they're taking these angles to the zenith.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But I mean, I like I said, I'm more than happy to then to say, okay, guys, if the person's at a level surface and in between them has a dip, it's not a proof for flat Earth or globe Earth. I'm more than happy to say that because I'm honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, to get on a level surface and do it. You know?
Yeah. But if it was a level surface, the same, we would see what we see, and that's what we see. But if it was on a globe of normal, they're claiming 30 meters above sea to 30 meters above, you should be blocked by Earth curve. But that's if it doesn't have a chasm, between them. So.
And just do what Nathan does. They had to level it out to start with. It's level across the valley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They had to level their tools.
Hey, PJ, what's up, brother?
Hey, PJ.
Oh, good. How are we doing?
Good to see you. I just want to find out: are you a hologram?
Yes, absolutely.
No.
Just like Charlie Cat. Just like Charlie Cat. Do you know something? I like RV's videos debunk on Terry Eicher. I like Terry Eicher, but I like RV's debunk on Terry Eicher's hologram theory. And I know there's a psyop connected to Charlie Gack, but I don't care. I still think he's dead. His wife might be in it. I don't care. It's a psyop, yes, but I still think he's dead. 100%.
PJ, you're not a hologram. You're a clone, sir.
I am a cloned hologram. I'm a cloned hologram.
That's Law Translation also makes a good point. He says not necessarily flats, only if it's enough to offset the 54 feet of curve needed. I agree with that too. That's why I said I haven't looked into it yet, really. So I'll have to go and look into it. Yes, this is the famous Flatsoid channel, Mr. M. Whatever that's supposed to mean.
You're famous? I didn't know.
Which is a vampire? Why are you saying that, babe?
Because you're always awake. Because you're nocturnal. Yes. You're always awake at night. Is Vicky there by you?
You're pale, always awake.
Vicky's not here. No, Vicky's in
town. Because I thought you were talking to her at the back there.
No. I'm talking. She can hear me.
You're talking to the squirrel on the wall.
Yeah,
Springbuck.
You just seen a couple of them squirrels the other day, didn't you?
A lot of them.
He just made from Legos. Yeah, absolutely. Just detach my napper, just twist it and pull. Like Wurzel Gummidge, I can put my stinking Z on.
PGS, I flipped through your first stream today. Damn it.
Oh, it's all right. Then my second one was just a rant because I seen someone
who was disgusting or whatever.
Autism. Yeah, what was it? Autismus Prime, say 69, his name was, saying, "Oh yeah, I work in the hospital that he died at. He died of full-blown AIDS."
Who died? But who is he claiming died of AIDS?
Voddie Baucham.
Okay.
The preacher that died a couple of days ago. Yeah, he didn't die. It was a heart thing. It was a heart thing. So I had to have that little rant. I was like, no way, you can't be saying crap like that. It's disgusting. And then underneath, like the person said, called him a liar, fair play. But that same person went on to say because he said something about Voddie Baucham being against Catholicism. And somebody put in my comments, a list of why they support Voddie with that. And I was like, and I elaborated on it. I was like, yeah, I've read it out. So after my rant, I went on with the Catholicism thing.
But Catholicism is also something we're going to have to touch on again sometime. Because there is a lot of Catholics out there, obviously.
Absolutely.
And they don't understand how Catholicism is not actually Christianity.
No, by that same standard, I mean, like yesterday, I think QE and Nathan went over Answers in Genesis. They're out there preaching heliocentrism. And they went through their fantasy land. It was fun. Yeah,
the problem with Answers in Genesis is they know they're wrong. They know they're wrong, but they refuse to accept it. Sorry, PJ.
Yeah, no, this person in the comments, not the one that said that about Voddie Baucham, not the disgusting thing, but the other one that said about Voddie was against Catholicism. He's against against Catholicism, which is the first true Church of Christ for 2,000 years. And then the person gave an argument why it's not the first, and I backed it up. I'm gonna back it up.
Nice.
Because it's not the first true Church of Christ at all.
No, the Pope set up by the throne. The Catholic Church for 2,000 years has just been a mechanism they have to rule the world. So that's all they do. Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Sam, how's it going, brother?
Yeah. What's up?
Shalom.
Shalom. What's going on, man?
Good to see you, brother. So how's things going there by you? You guys safe? Everything okay?
Yeah, of course, totally. We don't even feel the war. Just
obviously, you guys kind of wiped Hamas out, so they can't really do anything anymore.
I don't even know. I don't even look at the news. I don't even, I don't know what's going on. But here we kind of,
Yeah. So what's your thoughts on Charlie Kirk as being a hologram?
Look, I don't know that guy. I know that he was like a pro-Trump guy. I know he was killed by I don't know who. I know that he was pro-Israel. But now about his death being faked and everything, I don't know. It seems to me that they want to make us paranoid with all that stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on really with that guy. But I don't know what's the point, for him to fake his death. I don't understand that.
I agree. Yeah. But that's why I don't really talk about it that much. We just talk about the hologram theory, though, because there's a theory going around that he was just a hologram. He wasn't real.
Terry Iker's pushing it. And he's using... sorry. Carry on, Sam.
No, just those are psyops. It's they're making fun of us. Like, it's a hologram. They're fucking crazy. They're going too far. Like, you can be suspicious, but to a certain extent, to a certain point.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
You go like,
Yeah, there's a lot of red flags and holes in this whole thing. But as far as the ridiculous claim of a hologram, I mean, come on.
Yeah, because like I say, Terry Iker's pushing the hologram, and he used a show that what's her name? Her from ET, Drew Barrymore's show.
Yes, from Full Throttle, from the Charlie's Angels. Yeah.
Yes, well, he used her show as an example
to show you can have holograms.
And it was meant to be hologram, but it wasn't. It was done with
green screen.
Green screen is not hologram.
Yeah, it was just green screen studio editing because it wasn't a live audience. It was it was done.
I have another theory.
Yeah,
Charlie Kirk was real, but the crowd was holograms.
Absolutely.
It's just as bad with RV. He uses green screens in like anything he looks at. Like, it's a green screen. Trump's not in front of the White House right now. It's really a green screen. You get
the problem with RV,
but Terry Iker was saying it was a hologram when it was the example he was using wasn't actually a hologram. They were just saying it was a hologram. It was actually a green screen.
The problem with RV, though,
didn't watch the program, know.
Yeah, but the problem with RV though is he tries to find Masonic things in anything. You know what I mean? He takes it too far. You know what I mean?
You know they're saying, don't go full RV. Never go full RV.
I do like RV's debunk on Terry Eicher though, and the thing I like them both. I like RV, I like Terry Eicher, but Terry Eicher's talking crap about hologram. You know what I mean? RV sometimes goes too far with the number things, you know, and stuff like that. He does talk a lot of truth, 100%. But sometimes I don't agree with everything he says. You know.
Well, when you analyze the things, you have to see who is under attack with this whole thing. Like who's coming out stupid out of this? Who's coming out like the most destroyed out of this? Actually, the conspiracy terrorist community, because
No, it's the Jews. It's the Jews, man. It's the Jews doing.
How dare you guys? Yeah. You guys run the world, remember?
I don't know. You have to analyze who's the victim, who profits from that. Who comes out good out of this, and then you see that it's all like, it's all
that's
bullshit.
Terry, the guy who made up that was Terry Eicher, who made the hologram nonsense up.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know if he was the original.
But like I said, Terry Eicher, okay, he was shown wrong in his first video about it, and he deleted the video. Instead of going and saying, "Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, I realized it was wrong." No, he's made another video saying, "Guys, it's not about the views. I had 24,000 views, but let me tell you how I don't care about views, but I'll tell you how much views I had, and I had to remove it because people, and I made it again." And he put exactly the same bullshit on again.
The funny thing is about Terry Eicher, I mean, I like him when he's flat out stuff, but this thing he's completely wrong about. But the thing is, he hasn't really done anything new for a long time. He just keeps recycling his own stuff. But as soon as the Charlie Cat thing comes out and there's a conspiracy about it, he's on it, you know? So he just keeps recycling his old stuff, you know? I mean, the newest thing I think before him recycling his stuff was Dumb Dave, Professor Dumb Dave, the last thing. I think that's the newest things he's done. I don't know. You know? But I do like his stuff, but he's gone too far with the hologram thing.
You should go watch Chasing the Sun. It's actually a good video.
No, look, Terry Eicher's got some good content. Nobody can doubt that. Yeah. And so does RV. They both have some good content, okay? But there's points when they make stuff like this, you think, oh, man, you should know better. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But anyway, Dell's Upward Rising Earth. Do you know they're still pushing it, people?
Are they still pushing?
And now Dell is crying, say, stationary earthers are causing division in the community.
Wow. Who was the one who caused the first division? He's becoming an upward riser.
Dell is crying and saying, nobody wants to listen to him. We're all dishonest. When he just shows something and it's like, you don't actually rebut us. Oh, man, what the projection.
Oh, absolutely.
The thing about the community, that's what's funny, because with that video I made, it made me think a lot, and actually what I can say is that the Flat Earth community that we see today is only the Flat Earth community that David Weiss and Mark Sargent created. It's not the real one. It's a prototype. The real Flat Earth community is like being born now. It wasn't born like 10 years ago. It's so filled with like fake Flat Earthers and like chills, and that it's not a Flat Earth community. It's bullshit. It's for now. It's not. I believe it's gonna come up now. It's like being born now, with all the chills being exposed, but on the other hand, all the true Flat Earthers being also exposed. That means that I believe that the Flat Earth community for now is not real. It's in formation. It's still like an embryo.
I agree,
it didn't come up yet. It's so full of fake Flat Earthers that
I have no respect for any of these people now. Any modicum of respect has total.
I just wanted to. Okay, how's it going, Jaden?
I'm good, man. I hope you're doing well.
Good. Thanks, guys. Just listen to this quickly. I'm gonna just go back a few seconds. This is Dell. Beyond the He's the one. He's the Delta that started the Upward Rising Earth. Listen to this.
Has to say
fair enough. He does live in God's country, but he's not a godly person.
Oh yeah.
He looks military.
All the Scots are in God's country. Huh? Yeah.
He's Scottish.
Looks like a mercenary or some shit.
And it's sad. I used to look up to the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He used to be good.
But I do think he's really lost the plot. But listen to what he says, though.
I have no respect for any of these people now. Any modicum of respect has totally eroded. And they created that. That's their own doing. These people cannot sit in front of me with any sort of reasonable articulation to support their position.
Wow.
Really?
But they still prefer to. Earth's a stationary enclosed plane with a dome and stuff. Earth's a globe zipping about a vacuum and stuff. Well, direct physics shows you that the Earth has a trajectory relative to us that is upwards.
No.
Supported by direct physics.
No, it doesn't. How is it supported by direct physics?
A massive revelation.
Gosh.
This is a 2-hour video. Holy crap, dude.
The way he talks, it reminds me like the movie Braveheart.
Yeah, but he is Scottish. He's Scottish. I mean, he's like I say, he's from God. I'm Scottish. He's from God's country, but unfortunately, he's not a godly man.
He's from Glasgow, right?
You're from Scotland? You live in Scotland?
I'm from the proper part of Scotland.
I was there. I was there one time. I went to Invergordon, and I tell you something, man. That's the most beautiful country I've ever seen in my life.
Invergordon, fantastic. Invergordon's fantastic.
Scotland is like amazing. It's magic. It's
Very
like,
green. Very
wow.
green.
Oh man, what a country.
Great,
what a landscape. It's amazing, unbelievable.
Absolutely.
I loved it.
Before you start yelling at
he's from South Scotland. He's from Glasgow, where I'm from Northeast Scotland. So I'm nearly a Highlander. I'm just round the corner from Highland. He's like South. He's like really far south, Glasgow. So to me, he's a Lowlander. He talks. Yeah. He's got a strong accent, but he still talks English to me. Me, I speak Doric. He wouldn't understand a word I'm saying.
Nobody's perfect.
Before you start this video again, I got a video in my feed the other day, and it was one of Dell's boys. I don't know who it is, but they don't present anything now. They just sit there and say that the upward rising Earth is the reason balloons actually helium goes up, and he's going through this over and over.
Oh, that's William. That's what I'm saying. One of his closest disciples.
It was horrible.
What's he talking about, though, Flats? He's saying that nobody can sit in front of him and give him a reasonable argument.
Articulate argument.
You have.
Let me put it this way.
Right here.
I can show 3 instances where I go and talk to him normal, and he's very rude to me, gets very triggered, and he ends up rage quitting.
Yeah.
Or he kicks me off his stream because he cannot debunk what I bring up, the issue with what he's saying. You know what I mean? He makes up his own physics and expects people to just accept his own physics.
Yeah. There's no such thing as pulling. It's all a pushing. It's all a pushing force, not a pull. Is it all a pushing force?
Yeah, everything's push. You don't get such thing as pulling. So I want to know, has Dal ever done a pull-up in his life?
No, he can do push-ups. So he does push-ups and he does push-ups.
So he's been pushing up. Okay.
Yeah.
So fast, we had him on here. You talked to him live, man, and he just argued loud. He's obnoxious.
Yeah. So it's quite a thing. Yeah, guys, please hit the like. If you guys are please, it really does help the show to grow. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you all. Okay, let's listen further what he says.
To human beings that uncovers and unravels the sheer magnitude of the utter gobbledygook that is the scientific community. Whether it's ramblings and meanderings into fucking multiverses and fucking dark matters.
I just gotta say, guys, he does swear a lot.
Fucking,
sorry.
All sorts of fucking other garbage.
He just said the F word 3 times in one sentence.
A massive revelation that can break the whole thing
sometimes
apart.
I say it too, but that's a bit
fucking
much.
human beings.
No, he's used to this kind of language.
That's not swearing in Scotland. That's just how you talk in Scotland.
Yeah, that's the language.
3
That's
times in one sentence.
That's
gotta
Scottish.
be like a record, dude.
That's Scottish English, man.
Yeah, that's actually a term of endearment.
Debatable D. What? Next time, ask Dal if he's pulling the wire like a draw track. You know what that means. Then where is he? Where's the pushing force there?
we've done all this with them, haven't we?
You guys know what that means,
Yeah.
correct? Okay.
I don't know what that means, but we've done the push and pull thing.
Playing Pipe and Piper.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Balls to accept it. Well, they regurgitate statements from movies about the truth and how people, when presented with the truth, don't really want the truth and this, that and the other, and they put these in their videos like, they're in support of that. Yet these are the very same people who are denying it.
I just want to point. Yeah. I just want to point out the upward rising earthers make the same claims the globers do. Okay.
Yep.
What does the globe claim about Earth's movement? It's moving, correct?
Yeah,
it is.
absolutely.
What does
motion.
general relativity claim? It's moving upwards in all directions, correct?
Yep.
What does Dell claim? It's upwards.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
It's a constant moving upwards.
Yeah. What does the
Constant
globe
spin.
claim about the Earth? Is it wobbling? Yes. What
Yes.
does Dell
Yes.
claim? Oh, the Earth is wobbling.
Yeah.
It's
he's just a sideways glober.
he's a sideways glober. And then we
Yeah.
get, for instance, the globe claiming that, you can't see based on reference frames, general relativity, in other words, where the motion of Earth comes from. What does Dell push? General relativity. He's literally a glober with a flat Earth monarchy. That's it.
But they have no center of the earth as, I don't know.
Yeah. I just want to say,
it's
Jesus
odd.
already returned. Thank you for coming. You're more than happy to click the link and come in, and we can go through some scripture and show how Satan's short season is a joke. More than happy to.
So has the general relativity actually been a proven theory, or the equivalency theory? Has it actually been proven to be a
No,
fact?
it's still just a mind construct.
Yeah,
And its fallback is always, well, we can't prove otherwise because you're not in the correct reference frame. That's it.
Right.
Nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah, nonsense. He does seem very stressed, though.
Look, flat earthers are fucking retards. So are globe earthers.
So what are you then?
A percentage of people out there who just live in total ignorance. Right? I cast no judgment on those people. They have yet to come to the table and display
Well, that's a lie.
if they're honest or not.
That's a lie.
But the majority of these people professing they're globe earthers and flat earthers and whatever else are retarded.
Yeah,
like
Woefully
yourself,
ignorant.
There's a reason why we call him Daltard, just to let you guys know.
Yeah, like yourself, Del. Like yourself.
Oh, wait, it's moving because it's moving.
Moving, cause it's moving.
What's the cause and effect relationship there, Del? Let's hear your scientific method. Let's go.
Well, God must have booted it into motion long time ago. Then ran round the front and is forever running away from the upward rising Earth. Obviously.
We're being chased by God. I can see it now.
No, the upward rising Earth is chasing God. God booted it into motion, ran round the front because he's got to be above us, obviously. So and now he's constantly moving because he's moving because the Earth's moving.
I think Del isn't he an atheist? Though I don't think he believes in God, does he?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like a mercenary, like some kind of a serial killer or some shit. I don't know.
He certainly accepts a creator.
That's the
Yeah.
impression.
The problem is, he's what does he always have his email address for people to Abdab Chow, which is a Masonic calling from chaos to order.
I think he's amazing.
yeah.
Look at his tattoos.
His tattoos, it's the same thing. It's very Masonic based.
Yeah.
I do think Dal is just a plant in the flat earth community, to be honest, because no one can be this obtuse on purpose.
No.
I mean, we've had
Maybe he just-
actual discussions with him, you know, literally showing him how he's wrong. And the guy just doesn't let up. He's just as rude and triggered as he can get while making claims that, oh, no one comes as the balls to talk to me, or no one has the, you know, he's literally a glober. He's a globetard.
Well, the thing is that, you know, we have to realize that, you know, the real danger for the elites is the flat Earth community. It's not the flat Earth concept itself. It's the flat Earth community. You know, because we actually, you know, when you think about it, you know, all conspiracy theorists, you know, people, we're thinkers. We're a community of thinkers, and this is why we're dangerous to them. So they're going to use all the possible means, you know, to undermine us and to, you know, to implode us. And one of them is to have people like this, like, you know, like fake flat earthers, you know, saying stupid stuff, making us look stupid, and or also, like, you know, making lose our time, you know, instead of like thinking about getting organized and trying to, you know, to rise and to get up. Well, we're going to be discussing with this kind of guy, you know, all the time, and, you know, I don't know.
But I mean, he did start off a general flat earther, didn't he? A general flat earther. He started off as. I mean, he even called his channel Beyond the Imaginary Curve, because he was taking the piss out of ballers. He was just a flat earther, but he's turned into an upward rising flat earther. But he'll tell you it's not enough. He's not an upward riser, wouldn't he? He's not.
He keeps contradicting himself. He claims it's like a centrifugal force that pushes it up, you know, like a swing ball. And it's like, okay, what is the Earth tethered to? Oh, I don't know. What is the Earth moving into? Well, I don't know. Because remember, he also claims space doesn't exist. So where is his Earth moving through? What is his Earth tethered to? How has it got that motion? You know what I mean? Where's the energy for this to happen?
Yeah.
And where's the coil in the middle that it's climbing up?
There's just so much wrong with everything he claims, yet he will never, ever address any of these issues.
See, I've looked at an ancient Babylonian diagram of what you're talking about. The Earth is actually tethered to another Earth, and it's tethered to an obelisk. That's what the Babylonians actually theorized a long time ago. So this is completely Babylonian jargon, from what I can tell. And that's where they get the idea from.
Yeah. I just want to, guys, shout out Josh Monday podcast right now. He's got an awesome podcast at the moment premiering with Charles. So after this, do go and watch that. Definitely going to be well worth it.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. You want to say something, Sam?
No, I'm just talking to my wife next door.
Oh, okay. But yeah, let's see what he says further.
There is no community, there is no movement. These people left any sort of movement the second they decided to turn their back on direct reality.
Flash, can I say something right quick?
Yeah, go ahead. It's not like he's really saying anything. He's just smoking a ciggy and
He's mad. Sorry,
waiting his panties. Go ahead.
Yeah, he literally is mad because nobody's following him. That's it. He's pissed off about it. He thinks that everybody should be in his camp. That's all this is.
Yeah, but he has got plenty of people in his camp, though.
Well, he's got 25,000 subscribers, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He's got a fair bit. Yeah.
I mean, this stream alone, he's made 3,000 views. I mean, sometimes I was thinking maybe I should do the same as Dal. Just sit here, say absolutely sweet bugger all, just look at the camera, and then just say, no!
It's moving because it's moving.
And then just sit and say nothing again and just swear at people and then just sit and say nothing for 5 minutes and then swear again. And then maybe I'll also get like 3,000 to 10,000 views on a video. That's quite insane. You think about it. What is he actually presenting other than just showing he's very triggered and butthurt? That's it.
I don't know. What is he mad about if he has 25,000 followers? Is he mad because he got ridiculed by like Nathan, you, and several other people for even touting and stuff. You know,
it's just mad. There's no such thing as falling. You know, it's the Earth coming up to meet you. There's no such thing as falling. You know, it's weird. It's so stupid.
well, Brian Cox says exactly the same thing.
What if the Earth wasn't? Well, it's not. But what if it wasn't in their scenario? What if it wasn't rising up? Would we be floating?
Well, I haven't seen how they showed stationary is not the default.
Yeah, they have.
I see stationary daily.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, Dal knows quite clearly that he refuses to engage with me honestly because he keeps getting ripped up his ass when he brings anything up, because anything he brings up doesn't show to fit physics or reality. He's just ignoring everything presented to him. And this is unfortunate because even the Globers sometimes have to, and I'm sorry to say, whip him around his ass and he still doesn't accept it. And I mean, that's sad when a Glober has to literally correct him on things.
Well, didn't Craig get corrected by a Glober? And he didn't say nothing about that neither. Like, there's certain, I guess, mentalities. People just don't listen.
Mm-hmm.
Their own side corrects you, or your opposition corrects you, and they're right, and you're still going full steam ahead, right into that wall. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's quite insane.
Well, they are denying it. You know, you can see how are people going to deny it when they are blatantly denying it.
What?
Right?
I
It's
will blatantly deny upward
Wait.
rising.
Sorry?
I will blatantly deny upward rising. Without a doubt. I will
But-
blatantly deny.
But did
You
you
want to call me a retard because of it? You can call me a retard, girl.
But did you just see what he said though? Oh yeah, they're denying it because they blatantly deny it. Anybody who denies it is a denier. No shit, Sherlock.
Even though I don't agree with Eric DeBay's philosophy, he's pushing stationary Earth. He just did a video on it like a couple weeks ago. The Earth is stationary, unmovable.
I see he brought out a video now a few hours ago. Eric DeBay.
This
Telling
symbology one.
Yeah, it's saying, about if someone goes and they get their master's degree in university and stuff. I couldn't watch much of it. I got quite irritated with it, so I just left it. The problem is he takes a lot of, how can I say, links, because now in masonry you get degrees, and now because you get a degree when you go study university, that means you're studying to become a mason. Links like that. It's like total nonsense.
Yeah, I get it. Well, he's taking Jordan Maxwell's book and applying it to everything. And, everything was a conspiracy to Jordan Maxwell. So it's he read way in between the lines, man, way too far.
Sandra, you're all missing is the comedy. But like I said, guys, the link is above if anybody wants to come and have a discussion. If you know anybody that wants to come discuss practically anything, Upward Rising Earth, Satan's Short Season, TFE, or anything, it's up to you guys. We're more than happy to discuss it.
It's unbreakable.
Sorry?
I was going to say, Terret 3006 says the Earth moves when there's an earthquake. Yes, it does. It shakes, it vibrates, and stuff like that. But it's still immovable. It's still stationary in its position. But yes, it'll shake, but it's still stationary in its position. Yeah. As you know, I'm preaching to the choir.
But you see, the thing is with I don't know if Dal pushes this exactly, but William Levelhead, his disciple guy I'm talking about, he pushes that the reason we have tides is because Earth wobbles.
Wow.
Yeah. So because Earth wobbles, we have tides.
No.
What the hell?
Really?
Yeah.
So how can some places do it?
Yeah, and he makes claims that, stationary Earthers can't show how we have tides on a stationary Earth. It's like literally did a demonstration.
That's part of the plan. That's part of the plan to make us look stupid, to divide us, to confuse us with all kinds of stupid, absurd theories absurd, ideas or absurd flat Earth models also, with all kinds of. I saw that guy. How do you call him? Steven Alonso.
Oh yeah,
What
that
did
guy.
he
That
generate?
guy's a
What did he
joke.
generate? Oh man, and he's got like a theory of like there is like many domes, on Earth. On the flat Earth, there's also a South Pole.
I believe
It's like
that guy's a plant.
It's totally, he needs like a, psychiatrist, in
I don't think.
A fan.
I don't think a psychiatrist is going to be enough.
surgery, like brain surgery, emergency. Yeah.
With those multiple dome things, the Vedics actually believe kind of the same thing. They believe we're in a chasm that has multiple pinnacles in it, like the Islamic dome shape. That's where they get.
Yeah, but
that
I mean,
notion.
Islam, the Quran teaches that there's 7 flat pancake earths on top of each other, firmaments and earths. You know what I mean? So it's quite insane.
Yeah. There's no real scientific method to prove all this necessarily.
But I mean, like the Quran also says, semen comes between the back rib and the rib and the backbone. So I mean, should you trust anything it says?
Yeah, this is.
They do say that.
Yeah.
No.
And remember, Muhammad told his followers it's okay to drink that water that was infested with dead donkeys and poop floating around in it. So, yeah.
That's not a good idea, Smokey McBacon. Doing a tier list of flat earthers, whether you agree with them or not. That's just because that's just causing more division, I think.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
I think a lot of the flat earthers, quote unquote, know who I agree with and don't agree with. So, and I mean, they're always welcome to come in and tell me that, how buttered they are that I don't agree with them. There's actually a reason why they don't come.
They got open door though. They can come anytime they want.
The link is above. So I wonder what Dal says further on the stream, because it's quite a long stream. You see, look, like I'm saying, look here. Yeah, he's not even at his chair, but he's streaming a whole bunch of minutes.
It looks like you're just reading comments for
the aspects of your physical reality are unbreakable.
That's what he does.
If I apply force to matter and you observe the effect on matter with force applied to it, right? That should be it. It should be over and done. The second I show you, a buoyant effect, and then qualify my conclusion based on my reasoning of a buoyant effect, you should just be on board with it instantly because it's demonstrable.
No. No. So because he makes a claim and he makes it believe if we're not on board with it, then we're not for truth. Is that what he's saying?
Yes, that's what he's saying.
What the? That's insane.
You know who I'd like to see debate him? I would like to see Brian's Logic debate him. I think that would be a pair up. That'd be a good one. I don't think Dell would go for it.
I don't think Dal's really much in the game that much, to be honest, because like I said, this was even 3 weeks ago, and he doesn't really show anything
right after
you know what I mean? He doesn't really show much anymore.
You cut out there for a second.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at a video that Santero sent me quickly. Yeah, I did see that, Santero. So, do you guys want to carry on talking about Dell, or do you want to look at something else, or because there's only so much I can take of this retard.
The more I look at that guy, it's hard for me to picture him in the flat Earth community. He's out of place. I keep on, thinking that he was involved into some kind of, war crimes in Serbia or some shit, and that he's, maybe out on parole or something. He has nothing to do with the flat Earth.
I'm pretty sure
a thinker. It doesn't look like a guy that thinks, that likes to reason, to think. I don't know. That's my impression, but that doesn't mean that that's what it is. I don't think so. But anyways, I don't think it's worth talking about that kind of guy.
Del Taco.
Del Taco. Oh my God. Yeah.
Jesus already returned, says, think about it. Why would the Lord allow 2,000 plus years of war, famine, and sin after he said it is finished? Because what he said it is finished was he fulfilled the old covenant. That is why he said it was finished. So in other words, he came to do what he was said to do, to die for our sins. When he said it is finished, he released his soul and he died. That's it.
It has nothing to do with what's going on now at all. No.
What's happening now is prophecy, and it has to be fulfilled. That's all.
And it has to be done by God, nobody else.
Yep.
Anything else you had to cover?
Does Dow have a wiki banner on his video? On his videos, I have no idea, Sandra.
Oh yeah, about the flat Earth. No, like flat Earth, like the one about the archaic flat Earth is an archaic concept. Is he got? Does his videos have that? Like flat Earthers videos?
I don't know. I don't really check that stuff, sir.
No, I didn't even notice any of my videos had them until I did notice that some of them had them.
Yeah, it's weird.
I have it.
Just gonna say, D. Russ says 1948 Israel is prophecy. Yes. Yes, I would say 1948 Israel is prophecy. LJ, thank you for your $2 super chat. It says RV They Live Truth video, 350,000 plus views on Kirk's hoax. Yep.
Yeah, he did got a lot on it.
But that's what I say. A lot of people are using the waves of, like, you know, whatever there is around to get views and likes and stuff. Oh, while we're talking this thing, Sam, do you want to quickly talk about the promotion of the documentary that I think was brilliant, by the way? And I did share it.
Awesome.
I hope people do watch it because it's actually very good.
It's a little heavy. It's like an hour plus, but you know, it exposes why it's like perfectly. There's nothing to say. I don't give my opinion. I just, you know, bring everything that he says, everything that he does, analyze all his debunkings are fake, purposely, you know, fake. He then debunked nothing, in the TFP, and that I prove it in the, you know, in the video. Just like for example, when you say, oh, you know, the drone gate is stupid, you know, so check it out. In the video of you know, the TFP footage, you see the drone, working perfectly. He's beeping next to Mach 2, then he stops beeping, and then he beeps again, like far away. The farther away he goes, and he starts beeping over there. Then he comes back, so it works fine. So what is you know, what does David Wise say? He says, well, I have the same drone, sorry, in my house, and that model is always beeping like crazy. Therefore, you know, the drone that's working perfectly in the TFE footage, that's not the same drone. Well, it's all bullshit. That means that it's like, you know, that's not true. This is debunked like this. It is so stupid. This is what he says. This is crazy. How can you prove something by saying that, you know, that is insulting our intelligence? It's not proper to, you know, the kind of guy he is to do that. Also with the shadows, when he says he debunked the shadows, it's totally fake. It's a fake debunking, and it's proven. It's been proven. So that means he's playing a game. He's playing. It's clear. It's totally obvious. It's not debatable. I think at that point.
I went through 3 of Dell's videos. I didn't see a tramp stamp on any of them. So he's not marked as a flat earther, I don't think.
Yeah. So that's what I understood, that the flat earth community, the way we know it today, was in fact engineered by the enemies of flat earth. It was they somehow they foresaw that, you know, the flat earth, you know, community was going to be, you know, like rising, and then they said, okay, let's control that and let's make it happen our way. So they made it. They make it happen. That they just promoted flat earth and everything, but just to like, you know, control it and bring it to its self-destruction. Exactly like in the Bible, the midwives were sent to kill the babies they're supposed to deliver. Same principle. Okay, in the Bible they didn't do it, but in that case, you know, the midwives like Wise and Sargent, they accepted the job. So that's the whole thing. People don't understand that. They don't say, "Oh well, he's a flat earther. How can you say that?"
Well, Sargent gets promoted, man. He does. His videos do. He does TV commercials and casino commercials.
No, I have no problem with that. So he can make money even with David Weiss with his app. I don't say they cannot make money. Why not? You know, if it's a good product, he should make money. I have no problem with this. The problem is that when on one side he promotes flat Earth, and on the other he undermines the flat Earth community. He turns flat Earth against its community.
Yeah,
you understand? And if you maybe you learned that in the Bible, at one point Moses just went in the mountain, and the people of Israel, actually it was also the people that were surrounding Israel, what we call the Erev Rav in Hebrew, made that golden calf. Okay, but if you analyze what they say, "Oh, look, that man Moses that took us out of Egypt didn't come back yet, so we don't know what happened to him." And actually, what they're doing, they're trying to turn Moses against God, because God after that he says, "Oh, you people that you took out of Egypt, just rebelled against me." And Moses said, "No, it's not my people. It's you. It's your people. It's you took them out of Egypt, not me." So you see that they're playing like this. So they're turning Moses against God, turning flat Earth against the flat Earth community. Those are tactics, wise tactics to in order to control totally and the flat Earth concept and the flat Earth community. And I believe now that with TFE, and I have a show now in 2 days on Wednesday with Geran Campanella. He invited me to talk to me. He wants to talk to me about that video and this whole thing. So on Wednesday I have a live stream with him.
Oh, nice.
You should ask him why he goes on Dave Farina's channel, mocking flat earthers.
Yeah, well, I tell you something. That's part of his show, of his game. It's normal that he mocks flat earthers. Now it's normal that he goes with Globers. But I'm gonna try to bring him on my battlefield, not to go on his. So I prepared a few things to say, and believe me, we're gonna make history on that show. Oh boy, I'm ready.
That's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be very, very good.
So did you see the super chat that just came in?
Haven't got anything yet.
I think
No,
you got it.
Oh, there we go.
There is
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
No.
There is no one. There is no super chat.
There was only the other one from LJ earlier.
Except from LJ. Except
That
from
was
LJ.
LJ. Yeah, I didn't hear you call that out. That's what I'm talking about. Sorry.
Oh, that was called that age ago.
Again, thank you, LJ, for the super chat, man. You rock.
Sorry about that, Wes. I didn't hear you say it.
Yeah, Jevin is absolutely Norman.
So that's it. I believe there is a reason we analyze that attack of TFE. I tell you something. I'm trying to, with very little means, very little resources, I'm trying to put together some kind of, organization and association about, regarding to the Flat Earth movement. And despite the fact that we have nothing much for now, just like a site in construction, but we have some good people analyzing things that are working with me here in Israel. And we analyze that TFE, thing there. And I believe that, everybody's being fooled by that, because the objective of that TFE is much deeper than what we believe. It's not like all these mistakes we came to the conclusion that those mistakes were mostly made on purpose. There are some mistakes that they probably made, not on purpose, but most of them were made on purpose. And there's a reason, a very good reason for that. Mm-hmm. So I'll discuss that, with Campanella. And I believe that the plan was this: David Weiss was not supposed to go, never, because David Weiss says, the TFE thing was designed for me. That's totally false. It was designed for Jaron Campanella and Austin Whitson.
I agree. But that's why I said everybody that went on as a group were all planned for a long time ago. It was a very specific group that they planned.
Yes, exactly, and it was planned for a long time ago. Like it's not like recent. It was planned like for a few years, ago. And the thing is that Jaren Campanella is the flat earther, popular guy and everything. That's going to turn global, and the other one it's his partner that is not going to turn global, but is going to be at the origin of new flat Earth models, because he's going to say, okay, I went to Antarctica, which they didn't. It never happened. They never went to Antarctica. Believe me, they never get close to it. Bullshit. And we can prove it very, very easily by just like reasoning. And the thing is that out of this, so you have two currents. One that says the Earth is a globe, and the other one's going to say, okay, the Earth is flat, but it's possible to have a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, and therefore the model of the dome that we know of is not exactly that way. There's another kind of dome. There's another kind of system above us. So this goes very far. I don't want to reveal all that now, but on the show with Campanella, I'm gonna say things that are not that have never been said yet about TFE and about Campanella and about Austin, because when we think about it, it makes sense. All that makes sense. All this makes sense. And Duffy doesn't have any money. Never had any money. It's bullshit. It's a patsy. It was taken like this. It was dressed up like if he was a financier, financier. I don't know what you call it. And he's not. He's a patsy. It's nothing. And so that's interesting. We're gonna have a different take on that whole thing.
Well, you should come meet Duffy. You should come up here with me, Sam. Come say hi to him.
Yeah, through Campanella, I can have contact with all these people now. I can just reach Duffy. You can just reach.
I got a question though. Has anybody seen a release on the date for his mockumentary yet?
No.
They have a big problem with that because they cannot make it. They don't know what to make. I don't know who told me that they cannot make it. They don't succeed into making it. They cannot do it. But even in their trailer, you see in my videos of the TFE mistake compilations, I just show that on their trailers already there is an anomaly. You can see
the two suns. Yeah. We pointed it out. The two suns.
see, this is nuts.
That's why I said this. So, I think this thing backfired heavily on them.
Well, but again, the thing is that some money has been injected into this, some kind of serious money, and somebody is behind that. I don't believe it is Duffy. I believe it's just like working for something, for a group or organization or somebody else. I don't know, with money. But it's been planned for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's been financed. So there are some serious people behind that. And I believe the goals are very serious, but it makes it appear like they made mistakes, they screwed up, but don't be fooled. It's much deeper than what we think, and we didn't see the end of it yet because their plan didn't unfold totally yet. There is still something to happen soon, and I'm gonna discuss about this.
Sam, look at Anthony Powell. He makes documentaries. He's at Scott Space. He's involved in this. So look up his documentaries and stuff, and look at his videos. You'll get an idea.
I saw it's all fake. His videos of the Antarctica was fake. It was proven fake by David Weiss actually, but it's fake. It's also, and he was there in Antarctica just before TFE went there. You understand? And that's Duffy that says that. And it's Duffy's friend. It's I don't know. It's all it's a big show. And I tell you something. I admire them somehow. I have some kind of an admiration for them because they're working hard. Those people are working hard. They have qualities. They have they have lots of qualities. It's too bad that they put it on the wrong side. But actually they're working hard. They're working hard. That's why we have to, they're playing hard, and that's why I play hard with them. They're very hard. With that video, I played hard with Weiss because he's playing hard. It's no joke. This guy is like, he's not anybody. So we have to be hard on him. What I suspect is that maybe on Wednesday, Joanne Campanella will try to trap me and have other people come in, in the show. Maybe Duffy, maybe, I don't know. It's possible. But I can take them all, man. I'm gonna fucking make them like a 6-day war, like Flutter style. Then they won't see me coming. I can take them all. You have no idea. I'm so boosted. Oh, yeah.
Do you need any help? I mean, we can...
probably if that's going to be an open show. I think everybody's going to be able to come in. But no, I can take them all because talking to six or seven people like them is like talking to one guy. It's the same thing, same mind, same degenerate mind. So I have I can bring them on my battlefield, and then I can cut them up. I can just like finish them. But if I go on their battlefield, that's another thing because it's trapped. It's a minefield. So I'm trying to avoid that. I'm going to try to avoid it.
Mm-hmm. But I think there's so much issues. The reason they can't really bring the documentary out is because there's so much of their nonsense torn to shreds already. So if they bring this nonsense out, they're going to be shown to have faked it anyway, and it's going to backfire even more. So they got to keep people with a belief now on like, okay, guys, we didn't fake anything. Just wait for the thing. We just got some issues, technical issues. So that's why we can't bring it out. It's because the people that do believe them at the moment, if it does come out and show on their documentary that they faked it, they're going to lose the last little credibility they have with any of their followers. So I do believe that's the reason why they aren't coming out with anything, is because simply they can't because it's shown fake.
Yeah. So if the 24-hour sun in Antarctica is real, why isn't there an IMAX film about it? You know what I'm saying? Put it all to rest.
And even more than that, in the investigation that I've conducted on this whole thing, the sphere in Las Vegas came up a number of times. Because first of all, in that sphere there, that was closed at the time they were supposed to be in Antarctica, it was closed to public. You have the same exact glitches than in the TFE footage. Exactly, the sun being squashed. The screen going like this, like readjusting like for microseconds. I have all this. And the other thing is that I also said that in my video that I called them, I contacted them, the Sphere company there that manages the Sphere, and I asked them, how come they have all kinds of landscapes displayed in the Sphere, like on Earth, in the desert, in the oceans, in space, but they have nothing on Antarctica. They have zero footage, zero display on Antarctica. Then they answered me and they confirmed it. They said, look, well, now we don't have anything on the exosphere. That's what they call the Antarctica, the exosphere. You can see my email in my video with Duffy there, So that's kind of weird. How come they don't have any pictures of Antarctica? They have it, they have pictures of the North Pole. Why not? You understand? So all this is like kind of a little weird. Because actually the Sphere will be the best place for them to, to have make that footage. I don't say they were there because we don't have any proof of this, Only the fact that they couldn't prove their flights, they couldn't prove that they have no receipts. We know that Jaren left California on the 10th of December. So it takes about like 20 hours to get to the, to Punta Arenas. So let's say one day, so it's the 11th, and then you have to stay there 2-3 days. Why? You understand? That's weird.
Well, there's a lot weird about the so-called trip. That's why I'm still going to go down. Yeah,
Look, if I had to go there, especially in that situation where I had to prove to like a bunch of like, conspiracy theorists that I was going to Antarctica, I would have done everything I could to prove I was there. Like I would have taken selfies of myself, in a restaurant in Santiago, in Punta Arenas. I would have had like hundreds of hours of like movies and selfies and everything, and receipts, just to take the doubt of my shoulders. but they don't because they can't. It would have been too complicated to have to make fake receipts. It's like it's another it's another level of you know
Well, I'm trying to push down to get to the 90th parallel during the solstice. That's where I want to go.
Well, I tell you something. I think it's possible to go, but not legally. We have to go totally illegal. You cannot make it like with like a company or
Yeah, I'm not taking a company down. I'm gonna try to work in Antarctica if I can get on a
I
job.
tell,
And I
I,
can,
you know what? I tell you something. If we had the means, we can just get hooked with one of those drug cartels in Mexico that have submarines, they have planes, they have all kinds of ways to travel all over the place undetected. We can give them a lot of money and they can take us there. Those kind of people can equip um, some kind of a submarine or something and bring us there totally
Sam, you got a bankroll? We could pay off the cartels. I'm sure we could.
yeah. I tell you how can you do it? You cannot. Or if you can buy a submarine, but these people not only have submarines, but they also know everything that they have to know to go through under the radars. So that's I believe this is the kind of thing to do. If you have to go to Antarctica because everything is blocked. So you have to force
Where are the guns at? That's what I'm gonna ask next. The boy that went down there and landed on his plane, he found out where the guns were. Yeah.
I just want to.
Go ahead.
I just want to point out a lot of people are asking, how do you get tides on a flat Earth? Very simple, guys. Like I said, it's actually been demonstrated.
Tides on a flat Earth, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I mean,
I like this video.
I've
There are holes in the sea. There are holes where the water goes down and goes up. Tides are not equals all over the earth. There are some places where there are no tides. There are places where there's very big tides. So it's just the water goes into it's called the amphidromic.
Yeah, but I mean, I did a demonstration using my fish tank years ago, showing how we have tides in the ocean. Just let's play for 2 minutes so they can actually see.
And wait a second.
Tides is yeah.
How come we have tides on the globe? So this is even more difficult. This is.
They have tides when they're not supposed to have tides. Neap tides debunk a globe tide. do with hydrostatic equilibrium. If you understand heat seeks cold, hot seeks cold, it's just an equilibrium process. So it's going through a cycle, and this is why you have tides. It's got nothing to do with the moon, as you have places that has full tides without a moon present. And then you have places that don't even have a tide when it is present. You have lakes that don't have it, and you have lakes that do have it. It's all just got to do with the cycles. AKA no gravitational pull whatsoever. That is just a fundamental belief. So I challenge everybody that believes it's the moon's gravitational pull to please go and find me one scientific hypothesis and experiment validating gravity exists. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
It's demonstratable.
Yeah.
Yep, it is. Wesley, it doesn't matter what your pay grade is, dude. I just want to tell them. I made 30 plus an hour for years, dude. Depends on what you're doing. Doesn't change knowledge at all.
No.
He's ridiculous. The oceans do have these hydrothermal currents in them. Tons of them, dude. Hot water, cold water, all over.
Let's put it this way. Has anybody ever climbed in a bath before and, just gone forward and back, swashing the water up and down? That's
Absolutely.
practically what the thermohaline currents do. It's pushing the waters underneath in a certain current, a direction, while the winds and things at top are pushing. And because we have topography, we have the environment that it's going against. There's reef shelves and there's open oceans, and there's because the movement of this water is creating bulges of water to move up and down like that, we have tides. That's it.
But you haven't demonstrated tides.
It's an entropic movement.
Wow.
Nothing to do with
Unbelievable.
gravity or the moon whatsoever.
But beast with two backs said, but you haven't demonstrated tides in the tank.
I literally just showed you the movement between the hot and cold waters, which cause the thermohaline currents, which cause the tides.
It makes sense to me because, even the places that don't have tides, possibly because there's no change in temperature that often. I don't know.
No, check it out. There is a channel called Fake Flip. You know that guy, that Portuguese guy, and he has a very good, series of 3 videos explaining the tides, and that's whoa. And he also has good take on it. Excellent videos, so you can check it out also. But actually, the tides, prove flat Earth. That's why they have to invent that stupidity, that out of the moon's gravity, water is moving. Imagine how absurd that is. How stupid you have to be to believe this.
But I mean, neap tides alone debunk the claim that the moon's gravitational field is pulling water to have tides. That alone already debunks it.
Imagine the strength, it has to have, in order to push water from so high above, to push the water down. It would have pushed everything, the houses, the people, the field, the land. It will push everything with that kind of strength. You know how much strength you need to push waters, billions of tons of waters. This is nonsense. That's nonsense.
You proved hot and cold mixing. That's it. That's what a beast with 2 backs says. I'm sure I've seen this count before. I'm sure
Wesley's still going on about the. What did he say? I forgot.
I'm sure beast is sort of anyway.
It's the moon. It has to be because that fits the heliocentric model and the gravitational model. That's why they keep screaming that. Although it doesn't match up at all. Half the places in ocean, seas, lakes.
I mean, even the electric universe explanation has more validity for the tides than it does for gravity.
Well, gravity's not a force, but you can consider it a force, or we can treat it as a force, but it's not a force. It's just a bias. It's a direction. That's all gravity is.
Mm-hmm.
Any of their little pseudo experiments have been disproved, like the Cavendishes and stuff. I've looked at all of them. They have other forces attributing to a lot of it, and they have to do it several times to even get an average like they want to. The closest thing they got to it is a vacuum chamber and dropping things. That's about it. You get the best average out of it. That's about it. But everything's subject to a medium, Wesley, no matter where you are.
Yeah, I thought so, babe. I thought I recognized it.
Well, Archimedes wasn't that archaic, was it? No.
Yeah. Notice how we're not.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
But notice how we're not really getting any Satan short seasoners then, to defend their belief, or any TFE defenders or upward rise earthers. Quite insane.
I know there's a whole bunch of them out there. Really. I run into them all the time.
Mm-hmm. I would understand why the holographic pushes won't come in. But you would at least think that other people will try and come in for their nonsense. No, I'm not growing a beard for winter, dirty ketchup. My wife doesn't like beards, so this is as long as I get it, and then I take it off. But it does bother me after a week anyway, so. So, is there anything else interesting that you guys think we can talk about then?
How about the asteroid that's coming? How about that one?
To be honest, Wesley, I would say, Wesley asked you, Roger, what's the medium in a vacuum chamber? I would say there is no medium.
No, there's not.
It depends how pedantic you want to be, because you never get a true vacuum. So there will always.
Is space considered a true vacuum? Because I know on Earth, obviously, there's still going to be a little bit of atmosphere or whatever, but in space, it is a true vacuum, right? Or at least that's what they say, right?
Well, it's
supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so there would be no medium. There can be if it's a true vacuum.
Yeah, if it's a true vacuum, there's no medium.
Yeah. That's how the orbital mechanics work. They're falling through nothing.
Yeah.
Tethered by gravity. Yeah.
And the way they work is just lie all the time. So whatever they say is a lie. I wouldn't trust them with the right time. It means that those people, they cannot, they're incapable of saying anything true. They have so much hatred against the truth that everything they say is going to be a lie, like totally all the time. So if they say an asteroid is coming, that's not true. Anything else but an asteroid. That's the way you have to translate what they trying to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more working now on the on that new world order, been talking about for number of years now, and it's official that the UN will become the new world government. This is announced by Bush,
I think we've been seeing for a long time the UN has kind of clawed their foundations in everywhere, like being the self-claimed authority of morality to everything. So I wouldn't be surprised the UN is going to be claiming the governmental role. You know what I mean?
And I tell you what, that false theory that they have, that the Earth is warming, the global warming. So I'll tell you what we believe it is. It's in fact the first step towards the recognition of the UN as a world government. Because if they want to tax all the countries together, so common tax, because everybody lives on Earth, right? So who's going to collect the tax? The UN.
Mm-hmm.
So if all the countries accept to pay one tax one time to the UN, automatically they recognize that the UN is a new world government.
Yeah.
Because you don't pay taxes, to anybody, you just pay tax to government. So if you have hundreds of countries paying all a tax for global warming to the UN, that's the first step into recognizing the UN as a manager of the world, as a new government. And that's the point. It's not about global warming. Not because you pay a tax that's going to solve supposed global warming. This is ridiculous. But it establishes the UN as the new world government. And the first steps towards that. Understand? Then it's going to be another tax, another thing, and then laws and regulations, all coming from the UN. And the big thing is that the UN has the flat Earth, map on its flag for like 80 years, right up. It's not like it's been changed or something.
Well, you gotta be vigilant how they're gonna get to there, because a lot of terrible things are gonna have to happen for them to be able to succeed in doing a lot of these things.
Well,
like a lot of people say, the Great Reset. What happens? This is just hypothetical, but what happens if they shut off the power for 2 months, the power comes back on, and there's no money in any of the banks because all of the banks got shut down and supposedly hacked? All they have to say is,
or had a reset or
hackers
something.
came
Yeah.
in, they stole all the money from the banks. The money, the power's back on, but the money's gone. We will forgive all of you that are in debt because every single one of you is in debt to the country now. We'll give you a universal income and we'll forgive you of all of your debt. But you have to listen to our rules, and you have to get this mark. You have to get this vaccine. You have to get the digital ID. You have to get the electric car that won't take you to the country. Oh, and by the way, if you don't listen to any of these things, then you're going to prison because you're in debt to us. And you have no money because we stole it all. I'm not saying that's how it's going to go, but I think that would be the easiest way for them to implement it.
Yeah, it's plausible.
It's plausible, but the thing is that remember is that through money and through the economy also they control people. Now if they break that, it's going to be hard for them to control them because if people are like hungry, they have nothing to eat, it's going to be hard for them to control them. They're going to go out and they're going to break things, they're going to kill, they're going to start So the thing is that to make them to put them asleep like this, we're gonna give you a universal salary, everything's gonna be okay. Just don't think, don't work. We're doing the thinking for you. We're gonna give you food. Everything is, just remain in jail. But the thing is that what I'm starting to understand is that I believe that new world order would be based on the recognition of flat Earth. That means that at one point they're gonna recognize, but they cannot recognize the entire mechanisms of the Earth. So that will explain why you can see somebody like David Weiss on one side, praising flat Earth and promoting flat Earth, and on the other, undermining the flat Earth community. And this is the game. And even the media, when you think about it, all the campaign of disinformation of the media, against flat Earth, actually has been promoting flat Earth. It's been publicizing flat Earth.
Bad publications are still good. In the words of David Weiss,
no, it's okay. That means
bad publicity is still publicity.
Of course, that means that they are bringing people to understand that there is like crazy people believing in flat Earth, but they bring. But
I do think occultism is going to be tied into it too. Like just imagine the Antichrist. Imagine they're on the news. Because obviously, you're Jewish, but in Revelation, it talks about like a mortal wound being healed. Just imagine one of these world leaders, right? He gets shot in the head or something. Something crazy happens. And then live on the news, you have this other world leader, and he comes in and like heals them, and he's like, oh my God, and everybody starts seeing this guy as a god. That could be a whole nother way the New World Order could be implemented as well. If they start doing these false miracles by the devil in front of everybody on the news, they bring in the aliens, and then, that's a whole nother perspective on how it could go down.
I agree with you about the aliens coming up, but the thing is,
the aliens are going to be demons and fallen angels. They're not actually aliens, but
they're stealing like hundreds of millions of children for decades now. They can do all kinds of genetic experiments on them. They can have like a human being, with 3 eyes, with 4 legs, and
dude, I've seen the weird stuff from China where there's like man pigs and man monkeys, and they're doing DNA splicing. It's awful.
No problem.
I just gotta say, guys, we are not a medical page.
Yeah, no, this is not medical
just for
advice.
YouTube.
But the thing is, again, their agenda is also to kill God. That means that if they start making miracles by Satan or whatever, but pretending it's God, so they keep the idea, the notion of God alive, which I don't believe is their point. Their point is to create a soulless, society, a godless society.
I agree.
So they're gonna have to kill. They're gonna have to kill that.
Well, I think it
that's why.
starts with that, but then they turn it into like, because they know their god is the devil, right? So I think in at first stages they want more atheism, and then in the words of Oliver Pike, we went over this last stream. They want atheism, and okay, so it's a weird thing. I mean, it was written in the 1800s, so it's probably different now, right? But essentially, the Jews and the Muslims essentially destroy each other, and then Christianity and atheism are destroyed around the same time, and then it's just pure Satanism from that point on. And it might not be actually like I don't think if they did ever do that, it would actually be said as Satanism. It might be called something else. But anybody with eyes to see is going to be looking at it like, oh yeah, these are demonic rituals. These are crazy things people are doing. But I don't know if it's 100% going to be pushed like that. But they 100% want to externalize the hierarchy. They want all of their stuff they do in secret to be in the public and everybody involved with it. That's literally their goal. They want it all externalized, and you see it happening subliminally through these rituals being done right in front of our faces. The Paris Olympics, the Super Bowls, even some of these military airstrikes where they're killing civilians. I mean, who knows if they're really just trying to sacrifice people by doing that.
I tell you something. What I see on my side is that actually, the Jews. I'm talking about the real ones, well, not the fake ones, not the the other ones, but
Yeah.
the Jews, because we have to make a difference now. The Jews and the Muslims, and the Christians, are being the targets of these people. Why? Because the thing
Yeah.
that we have in common is that even though we don't believe in the same things, it doesn't matter. But we are the same actually. We have the same values. Christianity, helps you to keep your human values. You are caring, you are loving, you are you helping and everything. You have great human values that we Jews also have and that Muslims also have. Because even though Muslims, they still have like laws about what they can do not do. They still have like notion of God very strongly inside of them, just like you, just like us. The rest of the world, like the Chinese and all that, is not they don't have nothing. But the thing is that those three religions actually make some kind of like valuable people to to destroy for these people, because this is the problem. If you remain human, if you care, if you fight, if you like then you're dangerous for them. You understand?
100%, yeah.
And maybe I tell you something. I may didn't tell you something, but Christianity and Islam, as well as Judaism, of course, was actually mentioned in between the lines in the Torah, in the 5 books of Moses. When Moses says, like God comes from the Sinai, and then shines on the Mount Seir, and then appears on the Mount Paran, which is the places of Ishmael is Paran, the place of Esau is Mount Seir. That means it's talking about the three main religions that will come up, in the future, and it's like foreseen. So, this is important to understand that we're not that different as human beings, even if our beliefs are different, but we're not very much different, and we are the same kind of people, different with different different looks, different size, but actually we all the same. We are humans. We're not dehumanized yet. They still didn't succeed into dehumanizing us. So yeah, they have big plans for us, and I believe that new world order, you can read it new world order or new world order, but I see it as more like a new world order, because if
Yeah.
let's say if it's a theory, right? If they recognize officially that the Earth is flat, that the Earth is no globe, so they're going to accuse NASA, they're going to close down NASA, they're going to make like big like Nuremberg style like trials, and that's a new world, because now the Earth is flat, the entire world is going to be like whoa, but they won't be able to recognize everything, like especially about the dome. So that's why these guys now coming up with all kinds of like flat Earth models, with ridiculous theories of like many domes, and they need a model that can fit the new world order, that can still allow them to have aliens coming in and out, all that
That
BS.
kind of mashes everything in together.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I said that's
And
a big plan.
and that's why I think they push so much on the simulation theory, because they can get away with anything with simulation theory. Because if we all programmed to think, okay, guys, we're actually just like the simulations in a computer program at the end of the day, and that's why we can get AI integrated and all this stuff. They can place all these things together. They have the link together for everything because it's a computer program, as they say.
But if you want to understand their minds, there is that project that in Saudi Arabia, called the Line. I don't know if you heard about it. It's like a big city into
It sounds like a New World Order city, dude. One of the smart cities. You know what I mean? Everything is 5
15-minute
minutes.
cities,
You
yeah.
don't need a car. You can always walk, and like they keep you confined. Yeah.
Isn't it too expensive to build, gentlemen? That's what I understood.
They print the money. It doesn't matter for them. It's like just
That's what I heard said.
Yeah,
but the thing is, just
15-minute
analyze
cities.
analyze the spirits behind that. Everybody is into a war. That means you don't have access to the skies no more. You're not on the ground. You cannot see the skies no more. You only see beautiful landscapes, artificial landscapes inside a wall. If you look up, you won't see the skies. Or maybe
Oh, weird.
But you know what this
Small
15-minute cities remind me of? Like the Hunger Games, where everybody's in a certain
Yeah.
district. And
You
they
know what's
unfortunately they have no rights. They just have to,
Of course.
do
This is
what is
terrible.
told to them in their district, and then they have to go to a certain district, for instance, quote unquote, to work. And it's hurting, guys. This is literally just hurting. This 15-minute city thing is just hurting.
Yeah,
50
we
minutes
do have
to-
districts over in the States. Here, there are districts that are actually marked off. Do you actually live in a district? That's the way the states are actually run politically. Yeah.
15 minutes is about the time they're going to last before they commit suicide. Like 15 minutes,
But
left
I mean,
to live.
look at how they're trying to even get the new generations not to really know how to drive a car. I mean, look how they're taking manual away. Okay, now it's just automatic cars that's really coming out. And now when a young person climbs in the car, like you show them a manual, they're like, what the hell's this? They don't know what a manual is. They don't even know what automatics is. Eventually they're going to get people to not drive at all. They're going to be reliant on public transport. So if they want to get anywhere, they have to get onto a public transport, which is probably going to be AI, controlled by AI. And if the government doesn't want that person to, how can I say, survive, whoop, there was a malfunction.
Yeah, press a button.
That's it,
you're
malfunction.
out. Yes. You heard about Egypt, right? You know that in Egypt, about 60 kilometers of Cairo, the capital,
They've already
there
built
is
that.
they built a big
The
city
wall.
that can hold. No, not the wall. That's in Saudi Arabia.
No,
Talking about
Isn't that long wall city they're trying to build, and they've only built like a kilometer or something?
I don't know if it's the only wall city I know is the line, in Saudi
The line,
Arabia.
they call it the line, I think. That's Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia, yeah.
In Saudi Arabia. Now in Egypt, 60 kilometers out of Cairo, today as we speak, they built already a city, very modern city, totally empty,
Mm.
and that can hold 9 million people.
Yeah, and it's empty. There's nothing there.
Exactly. So how do
Nobody
you think
there,
they do this? Because I believe that they're planning maybe into killing, most of the Egyptian population, and to bring just like the 9 million that's left and have them under control in the cities.
But I
in
mean,
Egypt,
that's not
just
the
like
only
thing.
the weird thing about it is, even in like places like Korea and stuff, they got these same things. They've got full cities that's built, replica cities, and there's no people in these replica cities. It's a ghost town, but it's full replica cities.
Maybe in case of nuclear bombs going to their cities. I don't know what they have in mind, but I know that it's not good. Doesn't look good. But I tell you something. We don't have to be scared or be impressed by all this because it's not the first time in history that people try to enslave humanity. And we Jews in our books we have examples of situations where we had to break free from these people, and and we did. So they never succeed actually into bring the world into total slavery. They can do a lot of damage trying to do so, but actually they never were capable of doing this. So we don't have to worry too much, but we have to be aware of what's going on, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm not that worried because I know we can topple those guys. We can you know we can just take over, and they know that too. That's why they're scared. It's not very hard to do so. If we have the people with us, it's very easy, very easy. So well, that's the way I see it. For the
Yeah.
future. Maybe not now, but what can I tell you?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. That's the thing.
And
What
how?
shocked me all the time is that how come they promote flat earthers and on the other side they just make fun of the flat earth community? I can do that. Cannot do that. So that's the plan. They want to promote flat earth because they want people to be able to accept it easily when they're gonna come up with that, because people are gonna realize that, oh yeah, I heard about it. Hey, that's true. So we've been played big time.
Yeah. Exactly.
So well, that's the only thing interesting I have tonight.
Yeah, I was hoping someone will come on and defend their belief system, but it doesn't seem like they're interested. So, but
Maybe
it
they
was
cannot
still a
stand.
good chill stream though.
It's always with you. It's always like good people and everything. It's a pleasure to be here all the time. Like nice people.
Yeah,
Never.
PJ, that Joshua Mahaleke, whatever,
Molecular.
is now
Molecular.
doubling down now on the new dates now, saying, yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, no, he was just mistaken. It is
Yeah.
definitely new dates now.
Well, yeah, I've got a stream from the South African twin sisters, Scent Twins, they're called.
Yeah.
He was on their street. He was on their show. I think they're all for him though. But so it's like a whole hour and 25 minutes. First of all, I seen it on Mike Winger. Mike Winger did something on it, and he must have watched that thing. But then I went to the source, and they've got the full thing. So I'm going to try and get through the full thing tomorrow afternoon.
Awesome.
But it's an hour and 25. It's an hour and 25. So obviously I'll be
Yeah.
calling out his nonsense, but I'll obviously let him talk a bit.
And I just,
Not that he's there
yeah.
a bit,
And I just have to make a statement, guys. I am embarrassed to say that guys are South African with me, okay? Just to let you know.
Do you know of them twin sisters I'm talking about?
No,
the,
no.
The Scent Twins. Well, I think they're quite a big South African twins.
Well, if I see
Christian
the
twin
photos, I'll
sisters.
probably know. Maybe you got a link for me to print private?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, well, just let me go to my watch later. That's where they're at. Watch later. I'll give you the link to the actual stream, and they're two black girls, twins. I think they're South African as well. I think. I might be wrong, but I would presume so. This is it. And do you want it in YouTube or private chat?
Private chat, yeah, it's fine. You can.
Okay, there you go. That one.
Thank you. Let me see. I'm just trying to quickly see if I can see. Oh, Scent Twins. Yes.
My
Yes,
keyword
Scent,
just like
Scent Twins. Yes.
Yes, they are
Kind of
quite.
one word.
They're very famous. Yes.
Yeah, they look as though they're very. I mean, just by looking at them, I don't know them, but they look as though they'd be very charismatic, like falling
They're
on
quite
the floor and
smart. They're
stuff.
not. They're not.
No, but I
ordinary
mean,
dumb.
with the churchiness, like
Yeah.
they look as though they go to a church that they would fall over in the Holy Spirit. and
Oh
all
yeah.
that, you know?
No, I think they do.
Yeah,
A lot of
But yeah,
churches,
so-
are like that.
I think they're all for him. So I don't know. I don't know them. I'm just going by what Mike Winger said in his video, and I didn't even watch all of Mike Winger's videos, so I'm doing that tomorrow.
Awesome.
Should be
Wingerling.
good.
Are you a wingerling?
Yeah, so now he's saying October the 6th, 7th.
Yeah, because according to the Julian calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Quite insane.
But he takes ages. He takes ages apparently to even say to them when they ask, well, what happened with the rapture? Is it still going to happen? Apparently, it takes ages to give the answer why it didn't happen and all that. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we can end the stream here then, guys. PJ, you say you're going live later?
Yeah, in about an hour and a half. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, moving out. It's moving out. But I'm doing the interview of Jesse Duplantis'
Oh,
trip to
Jesse
heaven.
Duplantis.
Yeah, his trip to
Yeah,
heaven.
that'll be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah, but it's good to see you guys. Appreciate you all coming on.
You as well.
It was nice and chill, obviously. Any closing statements? Shout outs or whatever.
Yeah, no, just decent.
I thought it was a decent. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish we could have covered more of the odd topics. That would have, but we only got one in. Really, tell
We'll
you the
try
truth,
again.
right?
We'll try again sometime.
I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a stream here before PJ's here in probably like 5-10 minutes maybe. I don't know
Should we
if
do
you're
it on
doing
the-
anything, Roger, but it'd be nice to have you come over. I got a couple weird things. There's this one video. This lady says, "The shape of space," which like what?
What?
And then
Donut shape, man.
another one is how to find Earth in the universe if you start a billion light years away. So that's gonna be kind of dumb. And then another one is how far is the nearest star? So it's gonna be super globe cringe for sure.
I
I
just
don't
have
know
a
why
question
these got
for-
recommended in my feed, but I was like, you know what? Instead of watching these alone, let me make this a stream because this is actually going to be pretty funny. I think.
Check it out, PJ. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You know, in Scotland, you guys have like an instrument, a music instrument. You know, like a bag of air, like with all those things coming out.
Yeah,
How do you call that in
Bagpipes.
French? We call that
bagpipes. Bagpipes.
bagpipes.
Bagpipe. Yeah, bagpipes.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. Maybe you never heard, but I heard
They're
that.
originally Turkish. Turkish, I think.
Yeah,
Bagpipes are the Turkish. Yeah.
So how did they end up in
I
Scotland?
didn't know
That's-
that. That's something.
Yeah, they're originally Turkish. Turkish. I knew they weren't originally from Scotland.
well, I tell you something. Maybe you don't never heard, but I heard that in Israel many times from different people. That this particular instrument was used in the temple in Israel to play music. It was used. Yes, I don't know how they make the connection. I don't know. I don't know nothing. But I know that it's known in Israel that instrument was used in the maybe not in the temple, but around to play music. So that's funny. That's why I wanted to understand if you knew the history of that.
Well,
stuff.
Turkey actually had quite a lot of, how can I say, influence in
hold
the
on,
Middle East
hold on.
as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm wrong. It says it's Middle East. I thought it was Turkey, but it says possibly Egypt.
Yeah, but Turkey is Middle East, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
There we go.
it said, of course it is, but it says possibly Egypt as well. Yeah, and before spreading to ancient Greece and then Rome and stuff like that, then going through Asia, North Africa, apparently.
That's interesting.
You gonna
Wow.
leave Persia out of this? You're gonna leave Persia in the dust now? Come on, Persia's in there somewhere.
I mean, you just tickled my fancy a bit to try and look into the history of bagpipes. Thanks.
It's good.
I got one for you, PJ. Is it Istanbul or is it Constantinople?
it's Constantinople.
Well, I don't know a bull that just stands still, so.
And you know that maybe Scotland comes from a Hebrew word also. Scot maybe means in Hebrew maybe the root is sheket, which is quiet, the quiet land. In
Okay.
Hebrew, it will mean like the quiet land. Scotland, like it's a different pronunciation, but it's the same. The same letters, like shaken. Eret sheket, the quiet land. I don't know. I don't know. This is the Hebrew sounding, origin of that word. Because there is something. I tell you, I went to Scotland, and I was so impressed. It's magic. It's very highly spiritual. It's very, very like wow. I was so impressed. I was very, very impressed by that country. It's very
You know, like Scottish people have tartan kilts. Well, even kilts originate in Scotland, but tartan originates in the Middle East as well. In the Middle East also. Yeah. It's got origins in the Middle East.
well.
So.
The Romans were also like wearing kinds of clothes
Yeah,
like this.
kilts.
The Romans.
Yeah, they were very similar. Very similar. Very similar. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, you need a lot of lungs to be able to play bagpipes. I've never tried. I wouldn't want to.
Really, yeah.
You need a lot of lungs. Yeah, you have to build them lungs up. You're constantly blowing, constantly, because you're letting the air out, and then you're blowing the air back up and out. You know, it's constantly blowing, and then you've got to breathe as well. But yeah.
I have a music with that instrument on my last video on the voice file. I put like a Scottish music there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it was great having you guys on. Appreciate you all. Go and support Jaden next. He's going to have a little live stream, he says. And PJ's going to have a live stream in an hour and a half. Roger's probably going to have a live stream, I think, later, probably. Usually does. And then please do go watch Sam Flat Earth Reconnaissance documentary on Dave Weiss. Definitely well worth it. A lot of time and effort was put into it. It's really actually well done. So it's well worth it.
I'm not doing one tonight myself personally. I'm putting together a nice presentation with photographs and compression.
Nice.
You're doing one tonight?
Not tonight. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed last night. It's just too late, bro. 1 a.m. is hard for me to make every time.
We need time zones that correlate.
Yeah, you're at you do it 11 your time. It's 1 for me. So
yeah,
I'm
when you on Roger,
sleep.
I'm at work. So
yeah, so it's tough.
So yeah, but it was good having you guys in. Good everybody in the YouTube lands. Please do hit the like, share the show. Thank you, Aljo, for your super chat. I appreciate it, and appreciate all my Patreon and members. You guys rock. So I'll see you all tomorrow night for another exciting episode. Many blessings, and may the